Stop recording. Camera chooser.
Okay, I'm back. Let me turn the speech off.
Speech on.
Using my braille display. Okay. Excuse me. Okay, I've been enjoying listening to YouTube videos the past little while after finishing dinner at nearly 6 p.m. Well, actually, it was dessert technically, but I'm not very hungry tonight, so I thought I'd have some sticky date pudding with ice cream and had some extra toppings, and it was beautiful. I'll be buying similar food again. Excuse me for the frog in my throat today. I would like to bring up a bit of a sober discussion. So I'm going to be making sure it's not for kids, because YouTube has obviously put up, I'm sure everybody knows, that there is a thing on YouTube saying, is this video for kids? And you're required to state if it's not for kids or if it is, and if you want to restrict audiences to over 18 and all that sort of thing. So yeah, I'm going to say from the outset that this is not for children to listen to, children under the age of 15. So this is for mature audiences 15 years plus. Okay, now, if by any means you don't want to listen, please turn the video off. I'll give you time to do that. I'm going to talk about something that's been on my mind today. This being about all of mankind is imperfect, and please don't get me started on a rant about that, because some of it relates to my family and how we've got these big rifts in our family with a number of us not speaking to each other, not being on speaking terms because of a few different things. So, I guess I've had to find some semblance of understanding somewhere that I don't have to be hateful of other people for the rest of my life. I can be forgiving. I may not want to ever speak to some people again, but I can be forgiving and just say, look, if I bump into them if I bump into them in the street, then that's what happens. I can just say, look, there's certain things that you guys don't know that I can't and won't tolerate in my life. One of you subscribers would know what I'm talking about, but I'm not going to tolerate violence where people choose to be violent towards me, and I'm not going to tolerate abuse and being yelled at and being judged at for stuff that I'm disliked for, because some people have the right to judge me as far as they're entitled to think, because they don't want to accept that they themselves have things that other people dislike about them too. Now, I could ramble for 3 hours about that, which I won't. But if my family members, and I'm just saying some family members, are going to judge me for things they don't like, they need to kind of think before they judge me that they might have done things in the past that are wrong as well. And we're talking about me. We're also talking about other people doing exactly what they claim I shouldn't be doing. If I shouldn't be stealing money or poisoning animals or anything like that. The people who say that should also consider what they shouldn't be doing either. Not to shift the blame from me to other people, of course. But if you're going to judge me and tell me things that you don't like about me, You need to take the mote out of your own eye. Take the log out of your own eye before you go taking things out of my eye. And then when you say, well, I don't do what you did, I'll say, well, I don't do what you're doing either. So how about people just accept that none of us is going to be right, perfect, ever, until the day we die. And I won't be on speaking terms with people most likely forever, all because of things that we aren't going to tolerate about each other. And yet I can be forgiving in such that I'll be happy to think of how people are going each day. You know, how is so-and-so going? So if you don't like who I am as a person, you need to wake up to yourself too and think about maybe who are you as a person? Are you someone who other people like or dislike before you go jumping up and down at me? I think that way about myself too. When I don't like someone else, I just think, oh, well, I'm probably stupid too. But I still don't have to like the other person. You don't have to like me either. But if you're going to throw stones at me, think about throwing stones at yourself too, because you're not any better. We don't all commit the same sins or crimes or, I don't know, we don't all do the same things, but excuse me, enough said. With that said, I have been listening to a number of Christian videos, and Christian channels, I should say, and I am quite appalled at the way the YouTube community of Christendom is getting worse and worse and worse and worse year on year, day by day, week by week, with not only disagreeing, we are allowed to disagree, but arguing, fighting, hating on each other. I'm not saying it's easy to be happy when someone does something we don't like. No one has to be happy that we don't like what other people are doing. I'm not saying we have to be happy about it. But all the fights that have been going on in YouTube is crazy, you know. And I'm infuriated by a video that I heard this afternoon. A lady getting really super angry. Her name is actually Lisa Crapella. That's her YouTube channel name. I don't really know her real name. I don't really care if it is or isn't her real name. The fact is, that's her channel name. Now, I'm angry because she has the right to jump up and down and be angry at everybody, because she gets very angry in some of her videos, really angry. And then she says, oh, don't judge me, don't be angry at me because I've had a bad past and I don't sin anymore. I'm not going to turn it into a big sermon, but sorry lady, we all sin and we are not no more sinners. We try and repent, as it were, of our sins every day. That's correct. But we are not no more sinners. We're going to sin until the day we die. But obviously, bring on the haters when I say that, because I could sound like someone who wants to get away with whatever they want because I'm a crazy religious nutcase. Well, you know what? Oh, excuse me. You know what? I don't think we should get away with whatever we want. The Bible doesn't even say that we should get away with whatever we want. The Bible says if we're aware of we're doing something wrong, we need to stop doing it. Or we need to get help to stop doing it. And if that's sober, try having a read of a few other things in the Bible that's similar, that's really sober. In saying that, no, none of us are perfect. I guess Yes, I'm going to sound stupid, but if we were all perfect, Jesus wouldn't have to ever die on a cross, I suppose. Yes, it sounds lame, but it's true. And in saying that, philosophically speaking, we could have just chosen not to be all, bad humankind, evil people versus a holy God. But you know what? Things happened as they did, and people need to accept it. Now, I know not everybody's going to accept it because people are going to believe what they want to believe. I believe whatever I want to believe too. You can like me, you can dislike me. It's up to you. I can like or dislike you too. It's a fact though. But yeah, listening to people on both sides of the Christian, non-Christian, and then, and then I get into the frustration bit too, and then I just step back and think, this is a load of crap. I'm just adding to the frustrations of, everyone else's hoo-ha about, why they're against other people or other YouTube community members, and turns it into a worse fight. So I'm like, look, I'm out of it. I'm not interested. So I'm basically here to say I'm really sick of hearing constant bickering and carrying on. And I know it's going to get worse. It's not going to get better. I'm just going to keep finding more and more stupid videos. More and more crappy things. And, Lisa Crapella is this perfect person, but then she gets really angry and bitter in her videos. And then I think, why does she get to judge other people? We're not allowed to judge her, but she can judge other people. It's hypocrisy at its finest. So, I'm frankly sick of hearing all of the for and against in believers and non-believer circles. I'm just so sick of it. I sometimes stay awake at night until 12 o'clock or 1 a.m. in the morning listening to stuff on YouTube thinking, God, when is this going to end? So now I'm just going to listen to YouTube when I find something interesting. I suppose I'm like everyone else. I have to pick a side and choose to stick on that side and believe in that particular camp's beliefs. Yeah, let's just think that way for argument's sake for now. And subscribe to whatever video channels that are going to help me, that are going to make me more unpopular or more popular. It really depends on the trend. It depends on so many factors. Okay. But yeah, I have to pick and choose a camp to stick to, But yeah, sadly, I must say I've heard so much rubbish of late. So, I just don't know what to say. I honestly don't know what to say. Apart from, I wish all of this riffraff would just stop. As for the people who do have concerns about Lisa Crapella and similar other people, well, I really hope that all of this stuff for and against attacking stuff will stop. Because, yeah, I think it's just become a complete mess up. A complete drama, I just can't work any of it out. And then I've heard so many things about the rapture, that it won't happen, that it will happen, and I'm telling you there's no rapture and you have to believe me because I said so, because God told me that you have to. Oh, there is a rapture and God told me there's a rapture. You know what? I personally don't really care anymore. I don't care. I just don't care. So, from now on, I'm still going to continue to talk about what I want to talk about on YouTube. Religious, political, and general life stuff. But I'm just not going to take sides with... Well, I suppose, like everyone else, I can be biased. I can take sides. But I'm not going to take sides in the aggression sense that if someone attacks me, I have to believe them. If someone else attacks someone else, I'll believe them over the person that they're attacking, all this kind of crap. Yes, I'm biased. Yes, I'll believe what I want to believe. But in saying that, I just don't want to be part of any shit, like, if you say something and then I say something, then yeah, I can take sides and say, oh, I'd rather believe this instead of that, or if you say this and someone else says that, oh, I believe what they think, and today I don't believe you, tomorrow I do believe you, yes. But if it turns into aggression and I hate you, and if you hate someone else, then you hate me too, then you know what? I'm out. I'm not going to put up with any of that. I'm not going to tolerate it. Because, a debate is a debate until it turns into oh no, what was I going to say and I forgot. A debate is a debate until it turns into a complete stuff up. Until it turns into this big attacking, essentially a big attacking arena. And then I'm like, nah, I'm not interested anymore. I'm okay with debating, but as soon as it starts attacking you, attacking me, and I attack someone else, and they attack you, and then you attack me, nah, I'm out of here. Because I don't think it serves a purpose for anybody. At first I can sit there and be a bit angry and say, oh, I think you're talking crap, I think you're telling stories. Oh, well, if this is how you want to be, then bugger you, and you can stuff me as well. Yeah, and then the next day I'm just like, why do I even bother with this stuff for? It doesn't fix anybody. It doesn't help me. It doesn't help you. So just stop it, Just stop carrying on like pork chops. And that's what brought me to this recording tonight. So yeah, I don't like to have to bring up sober discussions, but something needed to be said. I can say what I believe, you can say what you believe. At the end of the day, if it's going to turn into a fight, I don't want to know about it. Maybe not unless it has something to do with physical life threats or what, then I have to sort of say, look, if this continues, then I'm going to have to pursue action to stop this, But if it's just, talking through your teeth and saying rubbish, and even like making threats, it's just a bit of a bluff. I'll be like, yeah, whatever, stop crapping on, I don't want to hear it. Let's just talk and say what we think in this world, say what our beliefs are if we have to, but let's not turn it into a massive conglomeration of I hate it when I stumble across words. Conglomeration of attacks and dramatic shows of who dares wins and who knows what's best. Like, who cares at the end of the day? Honestly, who cares? We've got more to worry about than a few religious doctrines. We have got so much more in this world to be considerate of than whether we're going to be raptured tomorrow night, or if we're not going to have a rapture at all, or if Jesus will never come back, or even if he will come back. Yeah, biblically they're important. I'm not going to deny the Bible. But what I'm going to do is say, look, just stop with all of the dramatic innuendos, seriously. Just, there's so much more to worry about in this world at the moment. So, not that you should put the Bible aside, or whatever belief you want to believe in this world, anything you want. I don't have to agree to it, but you're not going to agree with me either, so does it matter? No, it doesn't. Let's just put it all aside for now, you know, and like I said, an example before, that not all of us are going to want to speak to each other, so let's not fight then. We just will accept we can be forgiving, we don't have to speak to each other, but we also don't have to attack and kill each other. We can just say, look, I don't like you, I don't want to speak to you anymore, but I'll forgive you, I just don't want anything to do with you, see you later. Okay, bye, same here. I hope you stay well. It was good to know you don't want to have anything to do with you anymore, but not that I'll say I love you because I don't know people on here, but I will just forgive you anyway. I'll think of you often, but hey. And I'm not saying that in the sense that I want people to stop talking to me right now. I'm just saying as an example. And yes, there are people that I don't speak to them, they don't speak to me. That's neither here nor there. It's how it happened. But in saying that, people don't need to jump up and down and blow bombs at each other and turn everything into a, if you hate me, then that must mean you hate other people. It doesn't need to be like that. You know, there's people that get on YouTube and say, if you hate God, then you hate me as well. It's like, well, get off your horse then, you know? If you don't like people hating you, then maybe you shouldn't be on YouTube, because people are going to be haters. Don't have to like it, don't have to agree with it, but that's how it is. People do whatever they want, you know? That's how people are. You do what you want, I'll do whatever I want as well. But I still think in saying that, let's not go and attack each other. In saying that, I hope everybody's having a good morning, a good evening, wherever they are. I'm not very happy about some things that I've been hearing, because it's not a fantastic idea to be hearing people attacking other people verbally and abusing people because they can, you know, like, I choose to hear it, I can change the videos, but I also choose to be curious and hear what is being said, because I can and I will if I want to. If, you know, no offence to people, but if you don't like me hearing what you've got to say, then don't make the video. If you make a video and put it up on YouTube, because I'm doing that now and I'm expecting people are going to hear about it and comment, there are some comments I can't accept for reasons that people should understand. You know, some comments are just downright not acceptable by any standard, full stop. But people are going to comment on it, you know. Now, for those people out there on YouTube who say, please don't judge me when I talk, no. Well, why did you make the video if you don't like being judged? Then stop making the videos. You know, it's not everybody else's fault that you put something up there for people to listen to, hearing you because they want to, and then you say, oh, don't get on my channel and start commenting at me. If you don't like what I've got to say, just dislike the video and move on. Well, in that case, then you shouldn't have done the video, because people are going to comment on it. And if you don't like people commenting on you because you want them to dislike the video because it's your channel, then maybe you need to, you know, find something else to do. That's the way I see it. Now, I would agree if anybody gets on here and says, oh, you shouldn't be doing these videos. It's like, actually, you shouldn't be watching them. If you don't like my videos, then, yeah, don't watch them. I'll do these videos if I want to. You can judge me as much as you want. I'm not going to stop doing videos for you, but you can't force me to stop doing videos because you don't like them. You have the right to not listen to them. You have the right to press pause and close to stop the video. I can't force you not to listen to my videos, and I can't force you not to comment. But when it comes to you telling me what to do with my life directly, no, you have no right to do that. You can tell me you don't like my videos and that I'm a liar and whatever other shit you want to talk about me. Go ahead. Go right ahead. But you have no right to tell me, stop making these videos, delete the video. It's like, no, if you don't like it, you stop watching it. You have every right to judge the video, but you've got no right to force me to change how I choose to live. I can tell you that I don't like you, but I have the right to tell you that I don't like you either. But I don't have the right to force you to change because I don't like you. You know, if I don't like you, I'll just not have anything to do with you. You know, I'm not going to change your behaviour to make me like you. If I don't like something you're doing, I'm not going to change it so that then I like you. That's not how I work. Of course, if I'm friends with people, I might say, oh, look, would you mind not putting loud music on at night? I can't sleep. You know, I don't want to put up with it when I'm trying to sleep, but, you know, put it on all you want during the day. That's the sort of example of trying to fix a relationship. But if I don't like someone's got to say, I just will say my bit, don't like what's happening. And I'm not going to make you delete the video, but if you're so inclined to be entitled to not be judged or anything, then maybe you should delete the videos. Otherwise, don't delete your videos and expect that people aren't going to like everything. That's how I think of my videos too, you know. With all that said, I could rant on all night, so I won't. I hope my throat frog goes away tomorrow. It seems that, you know, the weather, when it changes, my throat plays up and then it goes away after a few days and then I'm okay. Ironically, last Thursday my eye was playing up. It got better yesterday and now my throat's playing up and it will take a few days to get better too. Which isn't good. Not good. So, anyway, I'm feeling pretty good. I'm a bit tired, but I'm okay. But yeah, all this, you know, fighting and insulting and abusing people out there on YouTube, why can't people just be a little bit nicer and say, look, I don't really agree with what you're saying, you know, can you just respectfully stop talking at us like that, you know? Just be a bit nicer about it. It's okay to be angry. I get angry too. I'm not telling people to stop being angry. Why? I get angry as well. And then I get into arguments with people on other YouTube channels, and then I think, yep, I'm blocking that channel off too because I don't like the arguments. I don't like how I make judgmental comments at people that judge me back and I judge them back, and we end up killing each other. It's like, if I don't like it, I just block off the channel because I can't stand it. It's just stupid. And then, you know, I try and find channels where I can just make nice comments, like just not perfectly, really, like, super sugar-coated, but just normal comments that doesn't result in fights between me and other YouTube members, you know? It just gets ugly. Anyway, with that said, I hope everyone is okay. Yes, it's restricted to 18 plus for YouTube. I would say 15 plus. I'm just going to say that this isn't for kids. I'm not going to exactly restrict it to over 18s, but at the same time, I'm just going to make sure it's marked as not for kids, because that way people can see, and if they let their kids watch the video, well, that's their problem. You know, maybe they should just think before they let their kids watch the video. But anyway, I'm not going to put too many restrictions on it, just going to mark it off like their requirements are now. With all that said, it wasn't a very nice discussion, but I had to say something. I'm not going to take sides personally with people at the moment because I don't know everyone. But what I can say is that, you know, the people that are really on here trying to promote their videos for reasons, you know, of just being peaceful and wanting to talk about life and what they reckon about the Bible, that's great. Keep doing it. And the people that want to go and call out abuse and attack and all this kind of crap can either, when I say stop doing it or get off YouTube, they can stop attacking people and all that, you know, and going after them. Or if they're so concerned about being judged, get off YouTube. And if they want to keep on with what they're doing, then just use less of a unfriendly tone or something. I don't know, but all this fighting needs to stop. So, yeah, I'll speak to everyone tomorrow. Again, have a good morning, good evening, whatever happens. Stay safe, stay well. I hope that everyone is having a really good one. Oh dear. What will I do tomorrow? I'll be chilling out, that's for sure. Don't know what I'll be doing, but I'll be doing something. Don't have a clue. I was meant to be reading tonight, but guess what? I got distracted by videos, of course. I'll just be reading my books tomorrow. And then my good old friend Stacey will be coming around. Yee! We're going to have a fun party tomorrow night. So, yeah, I'll make a YouTube video in the morning and stay safe and well again. I didn't like to have this discussion tonight, but I had to say something. Nobody's going to like each other 100% of the time, but please, let's just stop shooting each other down, for heaven's sake. It starts out feeling good, you get rid of some anger, it feels great. Eventually you just think, oh, why can't I just stop all this drudgery? It's getting miserable. I am passionate about a certain amount of things in my life, but apart from that, let's just all try and get along and find some peace somewhere. You know, there's enough trouble going on in the world at the moment. Like, have you guys been hearing what's been going on in France with people killing other people because these people aren't conforming to certain belief systems? So people are basically saying, look, you're offending me, so I'm going to have to cut your head off. You know, like, it's getting terrible over there in some parts of the world now. It's getting absolutely shocking. Very shocking. You know, people are being murdered for marrying the wrong person, well, that's been going on for thousands of years, but people are getting murdered for teaching students the wrong religion. People are being killed for, you know, converting to another religion that they shouldn't have converted to. People are being killed for so many ridiculous things now. Making up cartoons that they shouldn't have made and drawing pictures that are apparently wrong. You shouldn't go drawing certain pictures, you have to die. Well, that's pretty ridiculous. Anyway, I will speak to you guys again tomorrow. I hope it will be a better subject. I really hope, even though I'm feeling sort of under the weather, but I'm okay. I'm just a bit tired. And I feel like I've got one of these bugs that you get, you know, when the weather changes, your body plays up. Your body, it's like it creates like an, oh, hang on, what's going on here? Oh, no. It's like my body produces some kind of allergic response to the weather changes. I don't know, or if it's a type of cold, or it's not, definitely not flu-like where I'm really super sick or anything like that. I just feel like I've got a bit of a mild little thing. So hopefully it won't affect me for Saturday. When I go back to guide dogs. But in that case, good night for now, and I'll speak to you all later.